Hey guys, welcome to another Lunchtime review. Today I'm going to be trying something a little different. This one is the Big Shoulders Smokehouse. These are baby back pork ribs in barbecue sauce, all natural, fully cooked, hickory smoked, gluten-free, no additives, no preservatives, minimally processed, no artificial ingredients. It's from Farmington something. It is 32 ounces or a 2-pound rib, and you can see it is actually a slab of ribs. But these do have microwave directions on it. We bought these at Meijer. They were $12.99, but you don't have to take the whole thing to work. The deal is you can open this up to put it in the microwave. I mean, that whole thing's not gonna fit in the microwave anyway. You're gonna cut it into smaller sections anyway. So that's what I'm gonna end up doing. So calorie wise, there's 4 servings. So if you do a fourth of it, it is 240 calories, and there's the other information for you. So of course the best way probably to do it is on the probably on the grill or the barbecue, then the conventional oven. Then the last option probably is to do the microwave, but that's what we do on this channel. So basically we're going to peel back the corner, peel back the film, remove the ribs from the package, place the rib meat side up in a single layer on a microwave container. I'm just going to use a plate, a regular plate. Ribs may be cut into portions to fit the container. Cover the ribs with microwavable plastic film or a paper towel. I'm just going to use a paper towel. Heat the ribs for 4 to 6 minutes or until hot. Microwaves will vary according to power settings. And carefully remove plastic film if you use plastic film, as it may be hot and release steam. So here's the cool thing. Let me turn this down a little bit. It has this little tab right here. So you pull it, you release your ribs. The ribs are officially released to the wild. So I'm gonna get a pair of scissors and cut this into probably smaller sections. Probably not one rib section per thing, but that looks kind of gross with all the barbecue sauce. But I'm gonna make a mess. I'm not gonna do it on camera, but I'm just gonna get a pair of scissors out and cut them. You would do this the night before and then take them to work the next day in a bowl or some kind of container and then heat them up. So it's not ridiculous that you would have these for lunch. It's just you wouldn't take the whole rib in there. So I'll be right back when they come out of the microwave. Hey, here they are after I ended up putting in there I was gonna leave them on there for like 5, like halfway through, but then I started smelling this charred smell. So I went ahead and took them out, and they're fine. They're perfectly fine. I think it was just some of the barbecue sauce in here getting a little dark or a little dried out. So it ended up being about 4:45. I probably could have been safe doing it at 4:30 because it's super hot. All the liquids were bubbling. The plate is super, super hot, so make sure you have something to handle it with. But anyway, so I'm gonna let these cool off for just a few because they are very hot, and I'll be back. Okay, they're still very, very hot, but I wanted to come over here and show you. I did bring a napkin with me. It's actually a paper towel, but I did bring something to clean my hands off with because I'm gonna get messy. I cut these into 2 rib pieces, 2 pieces that are 2 ribs wide. So I'm gonna use my knife and I'm gonna cut them in half again, just to make them easier to deal with. So they're a single rib basically. For the other half, basically what I did was I took them and put them on another plate. So this is basically half. It's not quite half, but it's just a little less than half. Very, very little. I mean, it was like a little hunk like this big at the end. So this is basically half. I took the other half, put them on a plate, just like this one, and wrapped it in plastic wrap. The plastic wrap I have is microwave safe plastic wrap, so I just use that. And wrapped it one way and then turned it and wrapped it the other way just to make sure it's good and sealed. And it's fine, it's sealed up really good. Let me turn it down just a little bit, there you go. So I've got a little piece of rib meat I just pulled off the end. I'm gonna try it first. I like the flavor of the sauce. Now I do have to say that piece was a little tough because it was actually on the very end of the rib, just a piece of meat had come off while I was cutting it. So I just threw it on the plate and it really dried out a lot. The rest of it shouldn't be that way, but that particular one was. I wonder if I'm gonna be able to pick this up, if it's gonna be too hot. I will try it, but if it's too hot on my end, just end up cutting it off. It's pretty hot. Those are good. The sauce I needed to put in there just a little bit less time because I really got some charred like barbecue sauce on the bottom, and it ended up kind of drying out the ribs a little bit. I'm not gonna say anything negative about that because that's me in the microwave. The bad thing is every microwave is different, so you're just gonna have to experiment until you get the right time. So anyway, I'm not knocking it for that because that little bit of dryness comes from the microwaving, not from the product. I would probably go for, in my microwave, I'd probably drop it down to like 415, maybe even on the low side, maybe even go to 4 and try it out and see what they were like, because it did dry them out just a little bit. They've got a really good flavor though. The flavor of the ribs themselves are really good. The sauce, it's a little sweeter sauce. It's not like, it's kind of in between really. It's not a spicy sauce at all. I mean, I don't get any like spice, like any heat, no tingle, no anything like that. So it's nothing like that. But it's also not like really sugary sweet either. So it's not like a really thick brown sugary kind of sauce. It's more just a barbecue sauce where you get that little smoke flavor. You get that kind of you get a little of the brown sugar. It almost has a molasses-like flavor to it a little bit. That's what you taste in these. It's good. It's not the best ribs. I definitely like my ribs better. But I think for a package of ribs, you go buy this. And if you do it like I did, cut it into pieces and then take it to work. If you wrap it in plastic wrap, you can literally just take the whole plate, stick it in the microwave. Be aware that when you heat that plastic up though, it's gonna get really flexible and really like floppy. When you take it off, steam is gonna pour out of there. You're probably gonna burn yourself if you're not careful. So just be careful when you're taking the plastic off. That would also keep some of the moisture in the ribs. I just used a paper towel. Putting a piece of plastic over it's gonna keep some of that moisture in there to where they won't dry out as easily as well. So just keep that in mind. So I think these are good. I'm not gonna give them a 5 by any means, but I do think the quality is good. I think it's a neat idea to be able to take ribs to work. These would be really good on the grill, by the way. So if you got a grill at home, you want to eat dinner or lunch at home and cook on a grill, that's going to be your best option, honestly, because they would taste really good that way. But I'm going to give them a 4. I do like the flavor of the sauce. I do like the textures and the quality of the ribs. I think it's really good. You get quite a bit. $13. It's a little expensive, but then a slab of ribs is going to be, generally it's cheapest you can get usually is $1.99 a pound, and this is a 2 pound, so there's $4 right there. And then they've gone to the trouble of doing the sauce and the cooking and all that stuff for you, so that's things you didn't have to do. So just keep that in mind. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.